Hey guys, welcome back for another episode. I'm going to start calling these videos episodes. So I should say, welcome back to another episode of Thy Dark Moon Tarot. So if you haven't heard the news, here's the news. Megan Good and Devon Franklin are heading for a divorce. However, Devon is the one that filed for divorce from Megan. Okay, not exactly sure what led up to this, but what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take a look at how they both are feeling about the end of their marriage. If they want to tell me anything specific about why it's the end of their marriage, and I will be starting with Megan first. Okay. She is a Leo, by the way, in case you guys are wondering. Apparently, these two, well, she's giving me the vibe or the energy that they've been living apart since April I would assume April of this year, but the year 2020 is coming up as well. So this could go well into almost a year and a half or a year apart. I don't know where they're at, if you have to be separated a certain amount of time before you can maybe file for divorce or whatever the situation is. Okay, let's take a look. All right, overall at the bottom, we have this Two of Wands in reverse. She's undecided about this, but also she didn't necessarily want this to go public. So that would make sense why I was getting the energy from her where she said they had pretty much been separated since April. So, and I'm also getting there may even be some sort of smear campaign that she is preparing herself for. It feels like, in a manner, with where she's at on the bottom, that she is preparing to play defense in a manner when it pertains to him filing a divorce from her. Because I did take the energy, I looked at the energy in terms of how is she feeling about this divorce. But really, truthfully, she doesn't know. I don't necessarily get that they are living in two different cities. They are still fairly close to one another. I just don't necessarily get that they are sharing their spaces. And for some reason, she's bringing up some sort of car crash that he may have had or that she may have had, whatever it is, but some type of accident or something like that has been weighing her down heavily when it pertains to this relationship. I don't necessarily feel that this was something that was put out there, but something definitely about a car accident she keeps bringing up. Like, it just started to weigh heavy on her from that point on. Somebody could have got hurt or whatever the situation was. But definitely just here, like I said, undecided, and she doesn't even really know if she's even angry. Like, it doesn't really feel, just from what she's getting, that it's really hit her yet, because it doesn't feel like this is the first time. Something was withdrawn before. Again, we didn't necessarily hear about it. So for her, this is a confusing type of energy, because it's almost just like, and that's why I say she's on defense, because she's almost like, okay, what are you going to do now? Because we've been here before. Okay. But also she is talking about the manner of, he's not the person who she thought she was like getting. Like, it's not what she was signing up for. Okay. What's this energy here? Like, he doesn't stimulate her, especially when it pertains to sexually speaking, unless she's saying that she doesn't stimulate him sexually, but it could be both. Again, I'm just coming from her point of view. So we're just going to take it as a matter of her saying that she's not stimulated from him sexually speaking. Okay. And also, of course, even with the second house energy coming through, what is this? We have Mars, and then we have something when it pertains to money. This may possibly get nasty. He may come after her for money. But again, this is just at the bottom. So, once I look at the rest of the cards, this could definitely be an energy where maybe she's coming after him. Yeah, Seven of Swords, clarifying the Two of Wands in reverse, definitely. This is a couple or an energy where they definitely have been apart for quite some time. Definitely at least 7 months. Okay, but of course, Would that take us to April? It might. It might. At least 7 months, definitely. Okay. Ooh, okay. That's the accident. So there's the accident that I was talking about. We also am having this energy here revolving around a doctor. She actually may be involved with the doctor on the side because again, she's saying that they have been separated from some time, but I honestly feel like that she caught him out with someone that's not a female. I'm gonna leave it at that. I wouldn't be surprised if I don't know if he says Devon or Devon. Something about RuPaul. He might be a fan. I mean, I'm a fan of RuPaul. I ain't gonna lie. Anyway, so we have this. Oh, okay. So immediately coming out with the star in reverse in some type of a manner, she feels like that this shit is gonna get worse before it gets better. You know, and with her star coming in reverse, she hid in the background. She's even talking about how she hid in the background. Okay, but also she, without a doubt, she feels abandoned, but she felt abandoned from before. You know, this is a weird type of situation. This gives me a vibe, or this gives me a marriage where they come together for appearances, but they don't necessarily live together, even if it was during the entire duration of the marriage. At least that's the vibe that she's giving me. Yeah. So for her at this point, she's willing to take the heat to be able to step away from this particular situation. Because again, it does feel like that she is dealing with, it does feel like some type of doctor. They may even possibly be a plastic surgeon. I am getting the initial R. No, I ain't talking about RuPaul, but I am getting the initial R in this person's name. But yeah. So for her, she's almost, in a way, she's kind of like, I'm kind of used to, or I'm kind of expecting the public scrutiny. I'm expecting you to scrutinize me. I'm expecting you to like smear my name. You know, even if it's not super bad, it's going to be the pettiness. You know, so for her, she's almost like, you know what, I'm above the pettiness, but she feels like the pettiness will be coming when it pertains to him. Yep, this is weird. This is why I kind of get this vibe from her where she doesn't really know how to feel because they've been in this mode. They've been in this energy for so long where they've created their own new normal. For her, it's almost just like, well, I thought that we were going to hang on to the thing that we have going on. You know, like you're over there and I'm over here. So in a way, like I said, this hasn't completely hit her at all because for her, it's almost just like, I mean, we've been in this same cycle for some time. I'm just expecting it to go back to what it was. And like I said, I definitely do feel like that there was a filing or at least 2 filings that tried to go through in the past, but we never heard about it. And one of them may have been 2 or 4 years into their marriage. I'm not sure how long they've been married. Have the 2 of Cups. Yeah. Damn, this sucks. She just couldn't cut it. She's feeling like that she was never good enough for him. So she definitely is feeling very, very low on the self-esteem totem pole. And that would make sense. I do feel like he coerced her into this new normal type of connection. Because I do get a vibe where she tried to be normal. She tried to do the regular thing, the wife thing. So she tried to be normal. She tried to do the wife thing. And this totally gives me a vibe where she was trying to do everything that she thought he would like, you know? But from what she's saying that she did care about him, no matter what he said, no matter what his mother said, because something about his mother is coming through, but she felt rejected from the get-go. Also, I don't know if a friend set her up with him, but I get that vibe. But, you know, if that is the case or somebody set them up, even she said something to that person that was setting them up, kind of just like, like I ain't trying to go there. I ain't really interested. So in a manner, she feels like bamboozled in a way. Like you sucked me in. You sold me a dream. You sold me a tale to kind of like pull me into your world. And then it ended up to be something else that it wasn't. I felt rejected, was drinking more. I definitely do feel like that she was drinking more because she had to give up something. Okay, there's this element here of sacrifice. I feel like she also had to sacrifice her friends, her groups of friends. So she's feeling like she gave up so much. And that's why I said I see that she is low on the totem pole, energetically speaking. Okay, did she not finish school? Or there's something that she's starting to think about, like education, or there's something before I get there, she will have some issues when it comes to separating assets, especially if they're sharing a bank account or something like that. I get that vibe where there's some difficulties here when she's trying to get something back when it pertains to financially speaking, excuse me. Okay. I mean, there's like some type of hidden something about hotel room at a distance. But remember I said before where she has called him out, so it could have possibly been him. Where am I going? Okay, here we go. Yeah, that's weird where I said drinking more, the hangman reverse. So for her, in a manner, she is tired of having to sacrifice all this stuff about her, but at the same time, she's not really ready to completely let this go. Because I ain't gonna lie, in some type of manner, she feels like, or she's wondering if he's gonna change his mind. It's so confusing. In some type of manner, she may even possibly been blindsided in a way, but I really don't think so. This is just a matter of, it's like, oh, we do this. We've been here before. So I would think that, this will wear off. I don't know if she's filming, some type of project. I feel like she's going to have to take a step back or step away. Okay? Because I feel the rumors or the gossip, whatever it is, will be coming. And I'm getting there will be something coming revolving around some type of restaurant or some type of outing when it pertains to food, and wasn't necessarily with her husband. But this could be her talking about him, because like I said, I do feel like that she did catch him out, but it was with somebody unexpected. Isn't that something? This is so, I can't say it's weird, but she does care about him. That's why I said she feels like this is going to get worse before it gets better. So there may be somewhat of like a downward spiral that she may be going through on, but this will definitely be behind the scenes, because the tower came in reverse. So this won't be something that you see publicly. This will definitely be something that, like I said, goes on, behind closed doors. And even with this Seven of Wands, of course, with that being her, Leo, see, even the Seven of Wands is about defensive. So that's why I say she's preparing herself to be on defense. It hasn't hit her yet, but I feel like it will hit her. It may not hit her till February. I mean, I know that's quite some time away, but it definitely is not going to happen now. But she will pick herself back up, honestly. She did not have time to have a baby. So that was one of the many, many fights that they had. Always working, but it actually feels like that he did not want her to work. Babies, no work. And she didn't necessarily, that was something that she wasn't willing to compromise. Even though, again, he comes up as the Two of Cups and the Ten of Cups. But also, there's a manner of, they may still try at some point in the future to maybe maintain some type of friendship, but definitely no babies. It is likely that they actually feels like they try IVF, that they didn't take IVF and a surrogate. Those options were definitely put on the table during their marriage. But with the Devil, very controlling in the marriage. Yeah, that's what I said. You can't act. Baby, that's it. Like, you need to be a traditional, whatever, wife. But now she's talking about how she questions if he even really cared about her. Yeah, this is going to be tough for her, because she caught feelings as time went on, even though she wasn't really interested in him. So now there's almost like, not necessarily bitterness. It's just a matter of you're irritated. You're angry that I even got myself involved when something told me that maybe I shouldn't. Okay. She didn't want to get married to somebody in the industry, even though someone definitely asked her to get married. Well, I'm not going to get into that, because I try not to get into like heavy trauma, but she has some heavy trauma from let's just say this. He has some heavy trauma from a pop star who is no longer alive. You do with that what you will. Yeah, I just don't want to go there, honestly. It just seems like as soon as I brought that up, I'm just like getting the worst headache, and it just feels like, it's going to get really dark. So I just rather not, let's move on. Let's move on. This is not going to wear off. She's thinking that this is going to wear off. This is not going to wear off. I don't think so. But again, she got stuck in a rhythm. She got stuck in, we do this. This happens. He's talked about this before and nothing happened. But yeah, I don't see a reconciliation. Well, from her, she'll eventually accept it. Right now, she's not really there. But eventually, she will get there. Yeah. She has been stuck at one particular age where she experienced some type of unfortunate event, and it plays out in her relationships. Like, I get heavy anxiety, depression, or like kind of coming across like the shakes or something like that. Almost reminds me of a schizophrenic, but I'm not saying that she's schizophrenic, but for some reason it kind of reminds me of that. But anyway, so let's see how he's feeling about this. Well, I'm pretty sure he's fine because he's the one who went ahead and asked for the divorce, so he probably doesn't really care. Or he could care. Anyway, I don't know if it's Devon or Devon. I don't know. Okay, he should probably learn to be more discreet with his escapades. Anyway, the devil. It's weird. Judgment. Okay. So he's happy to be free from this. He is definitely ready to have his freedom. He's going to try to put a smile on his face. He's going to try to act like, we're the friends or whatever like that. I mean, this gives me the energy from him. Like, they should have just been colleagues. I mean, I know they probably don't work in the same thing. But speaking of colleagues, I wouldn't be surprised if the energy here of him using her as a doorway to try to get into the acting world. Yeah. See, even with the Six of Swords coming in reverse, I said they're still pretty close to one another, but I don't necessarily feel like they're living in the same house. Okay. It was COVID, wasn't it? There's this trap type of energy with this Six of Swords. Oh my God. I'm really getting I'm getting this energy here that this is tough. Dang. Suicidal tendencies is what he's bringing up when it pertains to her. But that's what he's saying. Where in a way he tried to get away, but then something happened where he was unable to escape from this toxic situation. So in a manner, he sees this as his way out of a toxic situation. Is it really toxic? Or, this is his... Well, I'll be damned. It does look like that he has already moved on. No wonder. So if the smear campaign is coming from him, it's going to be used as a way to make it seem like that. Oh, see what she did to me? Can't you understand why I would move on? Or why I would fall in love with someone else? Okay. It's just weird. It does feel like he's already moved in with somebody else. And he got tired of waiting, or he got tired of holding this secret. They both have Hangman in reverse. So there's this thing where it could definitely be. They both play the victim with each other. Let's just say that. And they've done that whenever it pertains to their relationship from what I'm gathering. He deals with some type of mental health issues as well. Okay. Well, we're going to see before I say what I say. Yeah, Two of Wands. So he will be moving, but not yet. Okay. But it does look like, in terms of he's going to be moving to a different city, but it does look like that he's already living with someone and it's not her. But this secret will probably come out in February. Or Mars is in Sagittarius right now. Is that what's going on? Mars is in Sagittarius. Hold on, I have to look up something because I just got something. Mars. I don't think it's going to come in 2022, but because it feels like he will go public with something whenever Mars moves into its own sign, Aries or Cancer. He's going to go public with something. It may definitely be this new relationship. Now, the other escapades will definitely remain hidden. This is a woman, okay? Like the bearded lady. I'm not saying she's going to be a bearded lady, but, So he's done. But Megan showed she's not necessarily really done because it's confusing for her. Like, I don't understand. Like, she's going to think, well, okay, well, maybe we will, reconcile, get back together. It hasn't hit her yet, like I said. Eventually she'll come to, but it won't be today. Yeah, with the High Priestess in the Tower, anger issues. But I already talked about the other issue as well that he talks about when it pertains to her. I feel like she attacked him or some type of abuse happened. Oh, well, of course, he tries to hide his hand and make it seem like that he didn't do anything wrong. He's abusive. Yeah. I said that I wouldn't be surprised if he was using this as a way to get into like the acting circle. So definitely in not necessarily being after her money, but being after what she has access to. And I feel it was more so revolving around, like I said, her career. But honestly, I think she has more money than him. But that's just what I feel intuitively speaking. And he knows that. Yeah. He feels like he lost his reputation. He also lost out on some type of business. I think he's a pastor, but there's some type of energy here where they're supposed to open up a new church, or he was supposed to be the pastor of some sort of new church, like 2 churches in total. But they were just like, we don't want you to fulfill this position because, look what you got going on. Like, look who you decide to deal with. So he feels like it's a complete loss of reputation, but also he thought that he was going to have more fame with her. And now he realizes that no, because the 6 of Wands came in reverse and it's on top of this High Priestess. So this is somebody who he thought he had a lot of influence. But whenever he got together with her, she wasn't in the spot that she was in prior to them getting together, if that makes sense. How long they been together? Like 6 years? Or been married 6 years? Could be. But there's, disappointment here. Not saying that he wasn't, it's just like it feels like he just settled for her. But he settled for her for his own personal reasons. Let's just say that. He tried to hide his hand. He tried to get me. Unexpected pregnancy could be coming as well. But not by her. Again, I don't feel that the things that they tried to get pregnant, stuff like that. I don't feel like it went through, but to be honest with you, I don't think she wants any kids. So I feel like that she probably should be honest about that with herself to make it easier. Of course, sometimes you think you're going to change your mind, but if you truly know deep down inside, that's not really what I want, own that. Yes, it may lower your options. Yep. And now he thinks this breakaway is going to be his nirvana, I guess. Like it's going to catapult him to where he's trying to go. But no. Because I feel like she also will block him in certain circles. Because I do feel like he wants to be in that circle. And And there also may be some type of hoopla about, we're going to counseling. I spoke to my pastor. We're going to try to sit down and talk about this. I think that's a complete lie, because this is over. This relationship actually has been over 5 years ago. That's so early on. They were, a while ago. And it's likely the pandemic just brought it out, like, we're here, wrap this shit up, this is over. But yeah, Three of Pentacles. So Three of Pentacles to me with the Hierophant is like clergy. So that's why I said he has to be some type of pastor or something like that. And I'm going to be honest with you. Even the energy here is saying he is not really that good of a pastor. The energy in the air says he's not a pastor. He leads people astray. There's no direction here. He may not even really believe in what he's saying. So we have a fake pastor on our hands. But you know how it goes. Unfortunately, Christians are so goddamn forgiving. So forgiving. So gullible sometimes. And so I mean, possibly a lot of people, a lot of different religions, but this one in particular is what he chose. But by the way, he does want kids, at least 2. But like I said, unexpected pregnancy could be coming. Who knows if they're going to keep it, but it is on the board. For now, he definitely feels like, see, his star came in. Yes, his star came up right next to the 7 of Wands. So I'm telling you, there may be some type of smear campaign, or there's going to be something that's going to be said. If something is said about this marriage, he put it out there, because he's trying to use that in a way to get to some type of circle. So it's weird. They both in a manner have not been that great to one another. Let's say that. It wasn't really much of a marriage, to be honest. Yeah, he's not going to be accepted back into like his old circles or to his home like he thinks. It's like he thinks that people are going to have like this sympathy or something like that, but people can smell that energy on him like you're a user. He will have another relationship without a doubt, but this person will just be a friend because he's hiding something. I mean, we know what he's hiding. Anyway, so that was it. We're moving on. So yeah, that was the reading when it comes to Megan Good, how she's feeling about the ending of this, and also how he's feeling about the ending of this. And so yeah, thanks for sticking around for another episode, and I'll see you guys later.